Hello, my name is Father Joe Garbarino, and I'm the new pastor at St. Anne Church in Parsippany. I share with you today a story that will help you to know me and how I see our journey of ministry that we now share in Christ. Child or adult, we know that the best stories always begin in the same way. Here goes. Once upon a time, in a land far, far away, Nico finds a treasure map. He cries out, "How wonderful! An adventure! So exciting! A journey!" Following the map, Nico soon enters a dark forest. Starting to fear the unknown, he happens upon a kindly lion. Realizing that the lion has the gifts of strength and courage, Nico invites the lion to accompany him on the journey. Walking together with confidence, they arrive at the special place, a craggy mountain, and it's very steep. The mountain needs climbing. Which way is best, they wonder. Suddenly, the lion spots a sharp-eyed eagle. The eagle, with the gift of flight, and his flying high above the land, gives them good directions for the journey. The eagle happily joins the group and helps them navigate the many obstacles they face because of his gift of clear vision. Now, on the other side of the mountain, as they crossed it, stretches a vast meadow. A cold wind's blowing from the mountaintop onto the meadow, and soon the three companions are now very cold. This is when the eagle eyes a fluffy white sheep. And yes, you guessed it. "Come along with us," they said with three huge smiles. The sheep is happy for a change from the boring grassland and decides to go along with them, providing warmth with her wool. Soon the meadow turns drier, and the four find themselves at the brink of a vast desert. Now, sheep tend to keep their heads close to the ground, and that is how she spotted some camel tracks. And you're right again. The ship of the desert, the camel, perfectly gifted for the journey, is invited. Can you not almost see them? Nico, the eagle, the lion, and the sheep riding on the camel through the desert? Now, all stories have an end. Fear not, it will be so with this saga, honest. But what would an adventure be without a perilous ocean crossing? And that is just what happens. Camels know a lot about sand, even beach sand, and that is why the camel spots the gigantic sea turtle digging in the sand. The sturdy legs of the turtle and the strong boat-like shell perfectly accommodate the five travelers across the choppy seas. Arriving at the other side waits a wise old owl who says as they disembark, "Hoo, congrats, friends, you have discovered the treasure." Looking around, the companions are confused and puzzled. What? What treasure? Where? The treasure, hoots the owl, blinking, is the journey you are sharing with one another. No one of you could have finished the adventure alone. The treasure is the discovery of your relationships and your exciting use of your unique gifts and talents for the good of one another. The treasure is your companionship on the journey, and it is a wonder to behold. In truth, you have discovered that you are each a treasure to each other. The end. Those on the adventure discover a treasure which is much more than they could ever hope for or imagine. My hope is that the story will not be a once upon a time, but a real story. In fact, our story that we will share together in our own time. My goal is that this story does not just belong to a land far, far away, but will happen here and now in our church community. I invite you to worship with us at St. Anne Church. I invite past and present parishioners. I invite anyone who desires an exciting and wonderful spiritual adventure. We will journey together. We will journey sharing our unique gifts and talents given by God for the good of us all. My prayer is that we will experience together what St. Paul writes to the Ephesians. God's work in us can accomplish far more than we could ever hope for or imagine. Join us in person or join us online until you're comfortable, but please join us. All are welcomed to join us on the journey, and I mean what I said. All are welcome here at St. Anne Church. Discover the treasure of community. Discover the treasure of God's gifts that have been individually and uniquely given to you. Discover the treasure of your spirituality, deepening. Discover the treasure of prayer, which sets us free. Discover the treasure of God's unconditional love for you in the Scriptures. Discover the treasure of grace in the sacraments. Discover the treasure of experiencing companions on the journey. So, who's up for an adventure? All are welcome. Come on, let's go.